Hi there, I'm Matt. I'm just a normal, average, everyday dude. In fact, my friends say I live somewhat of a boring lifestyle, but I have a superpower. I kick some serious butt trading penny stocks, and I want to show you how to start kicking butt with penny stocks too. First, I'll share why it wasn't that long ago that my wife was really upset with me. And I'll share with you why she was so upset in just a second. Now, if you're anything like me when I was a new penny stock trader, you've had times where you weren't exactly excited about showing the results of your trading. And maybe you've even gone out of your way to hide your losses, whether it's deleting your emails with your monthly statements, doing whatever it takes to prevent the subject of your trading adventures from being discussed over dinner, or keeping close watch on your mailbox to intercept your monthly trading statements. Heck, maybe there's been times when your dog is the only one who really knows how much money you've lost with trading. Or perhaps you're convinced that every time you buy a stock, it seems to tank immediately. Almost like there's some weird cosmic force aligned against you when you decide to buy a stock. Or maybe between the pump and dumps, complex charts, and weird financial terms, you think that trading stocks is just too darn complicated for you. I want to show you some poker chips. See, penny stocks are a lot like playing poker. Sure, you can walk away from the table at times as a winner with some beginner's luck, but the best poker players are consistently able to walk away from the table as winners with all the money by being able to identify specific tells. These tells give winning poker players the signals they need to repeatedly make winning moves. And Wikipedia tells us all about exactly what a tell is. In fact, the stock market has dozens and dozens of tells that can lead you to explosive trades on penny stocks. Stay glued to this presentation till the very end, and I'll show you 3 of these very specific penny stock trading tells. These tells will expose how you can exit your next few penny stock trades with your pockets bursting full of chips, and have your friends and family chasing you down asking you, how did you do it? So you can firmly establish yourself as a winner in the exciting high reward game of penny stock trading. So how soon do you want to get started? Right now? Just a heads up though, I'll share 3 specific start to finish tells about how to make up to 712% short-term trading returns with penny stocks. And as you'll notice, this video is not being hosted on YouTube. I'm actually paying to stream this video out of my own pocket. So I may have to pull down this presentation soon and start charging folks a small fee to view it. Okay, so before I get into the penny stock tells, I'm going to share an embarrassing personal story about how I really ticked off my wife. It all took place during my early days as a penny stock trader. So, do we have a deal? You know what? I wasn't always the penny stock guru that I am now, with hundreds of testimonials from people who I've helped to succeed with penny stocks. Nor was I always an established publisher of content on financial sites like Seeking Alpha, Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, and others. My early days as a penny stock investor almost put an unbearable strain on one of the most important relationships I have. What relationship? My marriage. Here's how it all went down. After deciding I wanted to test the waters with penny stocks, I got my online trading account, my brokerage account all set up, and made a deposit of money into it. I was ready for the world of penny stocks, or so I thought. To be clear, I wanted to do more than just make money with penny stocks. See, there was just this little part of me that wanted to convince my wife that trading stocks was a realistic way we could better our lives. Specifically, I wanted to use the money I made from my trading to put a down payment on a brand spanking new 3,500 square foot house. I had good reason to want to buy my wife a new house too. See, I felt that my wife and kids deserved the very best, and I wanted to be the one that could give it to them. Do you know what I mean? However, the house we lived at in the time was, well, in the hood. That's an actual picture of the house we lived in at the time. More than once, we had front row seats to watch our local vice cops carry out drug raids on nearby homes. I knew I had to do something I had to do something to get my family out of that neighborhood and into a house we'd be proud to call our own. It's really hard to feel like a good dad when you see drug dealers near where your kids are sleeping, right? All I had to do was come up with a nice chunk of money for a down payment on the new house. I thought I had it all figured out too. I figured what I needed was an edge over other traders that would launch me into the winner's circle. So I spent hours and hours online, must have checked out hundreds of penny stock services and so-called gurus. I thought I had found the one penny stock picking newsletter I could trust. I saw that their prior picks had ran up in some cases over 300%. At least that's what I thought. I was convinced I could make this penny stock trading thing work for me, because I would avoid playing duds from unreliable newsletters and sources, and only trade penny stock picks from what I consider to be reliable and dependable sources. Additionally, I watched several technical analysis videos and felt I was learning how to spot penny stocks about to break out. Visions of writing a check for a down payment on a new trophy house were already starting to flood my mind. I could picture sitting down to a nice dinner with my family in our spacious new dining room with custom hardwood floors. And then, after dinner, heading out to the backyard with my 3 sons and tossing the football. All this before I even placed my first trade. Before long, I was in the game. I had made a few trades using my technical analysis, and I actually had made some wins. Had some losers too. Overall, I was up just a little bit from where I started, but not nearly enough to close the deal on the new house. So I figured, the heck with it. The next time I made a trade, I wanted to hit a home run. The adrenaline that coursed through my body when it came time for that next trade is still a vivid memory for me. I clearly remember entering in my limit order to buy tens of thousands of shares within seconds after I got the email that said, "New stock pick." And this came from the newsletter I thought I could trust. Now, shortly after I placed that trade, my nerves started to rattle. To my delight, the stock started to move up, and I watched my account balance grow every time I clicked the refresh button inside my trading account. The stock finished that day very strong, and I felt the new house I so desperately wanted to buy my wife was finally within my grasp. However, the next day turned out to be a shocker for me, and I don't recall ever feeling like I did that day in my entire life. And here's why. I remember pouring a cup of my favorite blend of coffee that morning, Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut, and then firing up my laptop. I eagerly punched in my